Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a quick episode of the Big Girl Brunch for this month. I am cheating again this month because it's gonna be a short episode. I am traveling, so I literally don't have time to film this anymore. I should film them sooner rather than cramming them, but here I am again. Um, I don't really have a topic for today. I didn't wanna pick any of the topics that I have listed down for a short episode kasi nanghihinayang ako to do that. Um, so ngayon ko pa lang actually iniisip ko anong pag-uusapan natin. This is also not gonna be edited or cut or anything. So, dire-diretso lang tayo. Oh, I saw this. I guess we'll just chat for a bit, like 10 minutes. I saw this video. Well, I saw a few TikToks where they try to film a TikTok for a whole minute without any filler words. And I think that's so interesting. I think I should do a podcast episode trying to do that as well. But that is not this episode. Although for that entire segment, I was trying not to use filler words. But I think it should be a completely different episode. I think that would be interesting. I guess for recent updates, I don't think I've been doing that well mentally. um, there's just a lot in my head, and it's been going on for a while. I don't really want to talk specifics as of now, but it's like a mental load that I can't put down ever. And so recently, I really feel like it's been taking over my life, and I haven't been able to do things that I really want to do because I am paralyzed by that mental load. Is that relatable or is that really, really concerning? Maybe it's both. I don't know. Um, I I had so many things that I wanted to do this year, but the the weight has just been so heavy that I couldn't bear doing them. Sometimes I feel guilty because it seems like I'm just making an excuse to not do things, but why would I not want to do the things that I do want to do? And it's really this it's been hard to enjoy things, to do my hobbies, and I don't know. I don't know if it's just general exhaustion. I don't even know if I'm just tired from being an adult because it's just a lot. You know the Fleabag scene where she was talking to the one that gives her loans, that guy, an accountant or whatever. She was saying that she just wanted someone to tell her what to wear, what to like, what to eat, everything so that she doesn't have to decide what to do with her life. I used to not understand that when I first watched that scene, but now that I'm older, I'm like I see her and I understand fully what she meant by that because that's how I feel. Maybe it's because I'm already 26. Sometimes it still feels crazy when people ask me how old I am and I have to say I'm 26. Because 26 just sounds so put together and obviously I'm not. Like look at me. Look at my funky bangs right now. I am the farthest from being put together at 26. Look at me filming in my kuya's room. I just think it's crazy how old I'm getting. I recently, when I wasn't at home, I was traveling for work. one of my little cousins stayed here at our house for a sleepover with my other cousin. And she discovered that I was born in 1999, which is like fairly recent to be fair. And she said, "Oh my God, she's so old. She's ancient." And I'm like, "So old is kind of weird." And I was thinking, is it because I was born in the 1990s? I was born in the 1900s, basically, right? And they were born in the 2000s. So I get that, I guess. But I also realized that when you're a teenager, you really think people in their 20s are so old. When I've met people in their 20s and they're not as mature as you would think they would be, which is kind of bad, but also for me, I just feel like there's so much to life I have not experienced, and that still makes me feel young. I don't know, I just feel like I'm being gaslighted into thinking that I'm a dinosaur when I really don't think I am. I think I've actually resolved a lot of my issues with being in my 20s because I was so afraid of getting old. But now I'm like, yeah, I'm in my 20s. I'm almost in my late 20s, and what? As long as I still feel healthy, what's the issue here, you know? Yeah, just interesting. Now I'm just now this is just a journal entry for the podcast, but I guess that's fine. This reminds me of when vlogs used to be like this. Do you remember that? Like Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato, they had like a YouTube channel when they were best friends, and their vlogs, or maybe they were called vlogs then, they were literal video diaries. Like they would just talk to the camera, and that was the vlog. There's no B-roll or anything. It's really just a webcam. Um, it's really just webcam footage, and they upload that on the internet. Really, just like writing on a diary, but you're talking to a camera. Isn't that so interesting? And I feel like maybe that's why people think I'm old, because I remember those things. I was there. I was really young then, but I was there while they were probably not born yet. Insane. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. This just like a journal entry at this point. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention before I go is that, did you see McSpicy is back? I was just talking to Lucas a few days ago about how I missed McSpicy so much because it showed up on my time hop. Like, I was eating it 3 or 4 years ago, and I was thinking about how I was wondering about when they would bring it back, and it was like a prophecy. That's insane. I love McSpicy so much. I remember when I was really young. It was is it just me? I feel insane. I think when I was young, it was a regular thing. It was just a regular menu thing. It wasn't limited or whatever. And then my my classmates would always order it when we go to the mall, which wasn't that often anyway. And I was like, "Why are you guys ordering the McSpicy? Is it really good?" And so I tried it. I wasn't really fond of spicy things. I tolerate them better now, but before I was really like, mm. But then I tried it and I was like, "Oh my god, this is real chicken compared to the other chicken sandwiches of McDo, which were like all filler." That was real chicken. And so I started ordering it um regularly when we would go, and then it just disappeared. I can't even remember when it disappeared and then when it became like a limited thing. But I remember being like, what the heck? Where'd it go? And then it came back, and then it was limited edition or whatever. And now that's the cycle. I'm wondering if it's really good for their marketing. Like, why would they? I think McSpicy is well loved. So why would they choose for it to be limited edition? But yeah, I'm thinking it probably does a lot for their sales for that amount of time, like the wave of the sales. I don't know. I don't know anything about sales, so I don't know why I'm talking to you about this. I was just wondering about that. What else? Uh oh, I one last thing, one last update, I guess, before I go. I got the sequel for Bunny by Mona Awad, which, if you know me, is one of my favorite novels in recent years. Bunny is basically about like a working class woman getting into a master's program of creative writing in a fine arts university or whatever. And she has to be in a class with rich, snotty women doing their CW masters as well. And it just talks about how performative the fine arts schools can be, which is so relatable to me. Because I was in the fine arts department as well when I was in Ateneo. So it was also that kind of tension na you're annoyed with these people who are much, much richer than you, who are making pieces that are not even understandable, but also you kind of are jealous of them. You want to have what they have. So that's what Bunny is. And then it's also like obviously a bit horror-esque or thriller-esque, and dreamlike. But now it has a sequel called We Love You Bunny by Mon Awad. And I just picked up my pre-order from Fully Booked. I'm really, really excited to read that. I think it will make you sympathize with like the rich, snooty women who are called bunnies. But we'll see. I don't know. I didn't think I was talking about this with someone, and we were agreeing that we don't think it really needed a sequel. I think it's a good standalone, and I'm afraid that the sequel will just ruin it. But we'll see. Maybe it's one of those miraculous, really, really good sequels. Yeah, I think that's it for my video diary this month. Sorry it turned into like me just yapping. This is actually really fun. I have a lot of this in my drafts. Not in my drafts, in my camera roll where I just talk to the camera about like my problems. And I actually think it's really, really interesting to look back to. I don't think it's interesting for an audience because I'm just yapping and there's no topic. But maybe if you're my friend, you'll enjoy this. I don't know. I think no one will listen to this episode. And I'm sorry in advance. I will try to make it up to you next month because again I will be traveling. I don't want to divulge more details about that. I'll tell you more about it when I come back. But also, is it not insane? My eyes keep moving. Can you see that? My eyes are like why are they moving like that? They're like vibrating. Is that normal? Oh my god. Anyway, whatever. Bye, guys. I'll see you next month. Sorry for the super short episode. I love you. Oh, we also last before I go. Actually, we won Best Picture and Best Documentary, and Tito JL won Best Editing in at Gawad Urian for Alipato at Muog. Isn't that so wonderful? Yeah, that's all. I forgot to update you about that. So I wanted to. Anyway, bye.